Right. What you've been taught is wrong. All multiplication shown to us by the Anunnaki 6,000 years ago is wrong. I'm here to show you how, why, and how this can further our society into making groundbreaking changes. Let's start. Obviously, you've heard of the classic 1 times 1 equals 1. This is not true, and this is because it actually equals 2. Now, you might be asking me, how could this be true? Well, let's start with understanding what 1 times 1 means. 1 times 1 is 1 squared. Now, this is said to equal 1. It doesn't make sense. The 2 here is symbolic and telling us that it's a different answer. That doesn't make sense. Now, I've come up with a great way to kind of change how we think of this. With, of course, the logarithm law, log am, n equals n logum. Now, this is said to be only applied to logarithms, but I am a strict non-believer because it proves what I say. Now, if we execute this, bring this to the front, this actually gives us 2 times 1 equals 2, which is exactly what we were saying before. 1 times 1 equals 2. Now, I would like to also explain what some people might be thinking, which is if 1 times 1 equals 2, then that must mean that 2 divided by 1 equals 1. This, I can prove this as well. Let me start. 2 divided by 1 equals 1. If we do this, then we can actually start off with what 2 equals. If we sub in 1 squared and further demonstrate this with our index laws, 1 minus 1 on the indexes, of course, equals 1. This is proven. And that is how it works. If all of our teachers, all of our further or predecessors to us have been taught the incorrect way to multiply, and even with, I can prove this further with the square root of 2. Another argument that has been made by my God, Terence Howard. He says that the square root of 4 equals 2. Now, the square root of 2, he's been told that this does not equal 1. I can help him out here, put the words in his mouth, and prove this. Think about what the square root of 2 is. It is 2 to the power of 1/2. Now, remember what I said about the logarithm laws before. If we bring this power to the front, then this actually becomes 1/2 times 2 equals 1. Think about that for a second. The square root of 2, known as an irrational number that cannot be put into a fraction, is actually 1. And this also further proves that 1 squared equals 2. Future teacher here, just forgot one little part, how this improves our life and how this affects us in all kinds of ways. Say I had one phone, since we're all addicted, one phone. Now let's say we have one group of one phone. We all know what this equals, right? It equals 2. We have in turn listened to what people have to say, and we've benefited, because now look at me. I've got one little phone here. I have 2. I completely forgot that if we've created this generation where 1 times 1 equals 2, we've also lost to the government. The government has taught us the wrong math so that we don't get free stuff. And if we further indulge into 1 times 1 equals 2, then we can just have whatever we want. And this completely breaks the government, breaks the economy, and lets everyone live a great futuristic lifestyle where money can be duplicated. We can have whatever we want. Where's the value in anything anymore? We can make what we want from whatever we want. When 1 times 1 equals 2. And of course, if we further this, if we indulge and listen to Daddy Terrence, he will fix the problems in Uganda and create hydrogen drones that will give people water, because that's what hydrogen is. And my hydrogen water bottle hydrates me perfectly. Hydrogen, hydrate. These are the uses for 1 times 1 equals 2. Now, if you want to take a second to, of course, embark on a journey, I'd like to give you some homework to study for next lesson. There is, of course, Terrence Howard's paper on 1 times 1 equals 2. I did not cover everything in math to show this absolute scripture, but he goes into much more depth than I do, and I don't want to give myself credit for his work. So please go ahead, study him. Do not believe what the Anunnaki have told us. The times tables are wrong, and I like to drink hydrogen water. It gives me more hydrogen. Thank you, and I'll see you next lesson. Thank you.